Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dion, your 49er reporter here. Here to report another W. Let's get the particulars out of the way. If you like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I will keep you up to date on any and everything 49ers. With that being said, time to give it to you straight. No chasing. This was an absolute ass whooping we put on these damn kittens. Oh. Man, I tell you, boy, I've been a Niner fan for a very long time. Since about 85. Tell you all right quick. First game I ever watched, my mom used to tell me to pick colors when I was a kid. And I picked the red color. And I saw Jerry Rice catch a touchdown pass. And I said, Mom, who is that? She said, that's Jerry Rice. I said, what team is that? She said, the San Francisco 49ers. I said, that's my team. And they've been my team ever since. Now, in 85, I was only about 4 years old. I am now 38, and, if I do say so myself, I don't look bad for 38 years old. Neither do these Niners. They're 7-0, baby. Oh my God! If you don't understand the elation that it gives us to be on top of the world, because we didn't come in here and face some chumps. So I don't want to hear nobody no more talking about this we ain't face nobody bullshit. I don't want to hear none of it at all. All of you commentators, all of you media personalities, everybody. Well, the 49ers didn't play anybody. They didn't do. My last video told you how well the Panthers defense is. They did great. They got a fucking safety on us. And they got a sack. Both by the same fucking player, Bruce Irvin. So their defense is solid. So they are not to be joked around. It's not a game. But you know what they suck against? They suck against the damn run. And they suck against the San Francisco 49ers as well. 51-13. We beat them like they stole something. Now, Mr. McCaffrey saw it fit to be a little upset with Mr. Ward after the tackles that he put on him because he knocked him out of bounds and they got a little tangled up. It's all right, man. I mean, it's football, baby. You know what I'm saying? You get a little mad because somebody kind of tacky. You want to get up. I get it. Now, here's the thing. We gave up our first 100-yard rusher of the year in CMC. He got us 117 yards. He averaged 8.4 yards a carry, and he had one touchdown. The thing about that, though, is if you take away his 40-yard run, he actually only had 77 yards. So without that big, long run, and plus the other run that he had in the first quarter that was negated by a penalty, he's still under technically 100 yards, but we gave up a 100-yard rusher nonetheless. It's the first one, and he got a TD. So, you can't stop McCaffrey altogether. I'm not going to say that. But one person we did stop was Kyle Allen. Okay, so I watch Rambo Sports. I really do. I watch it. I call in. He knows who I am. And the one thing I told him yesterday was very simple. That Kyle Allen was going to be having nightmares about Nick and D coming off the edge and DeForest Eric coming up the middle. And what happened? Eric came in and said hello to him twice. Nick came in and said hello to him 3 times, almost 4 or 5, maybe 6. And he picked the ball off. Nick had a goddamn day. Nick Bosa. Man, it feel real good, man. So let's get to the little basic stuff. Stats, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Jimmy G, 18-22, 175, 2 TDs and an interception. Now, interception was a bonehead interception, and he has to start fixing that shit. He stared down George Kittle. Luke Kuechly was standing right the fuck there, and he threw the ball anyway. He's got to learn how to throw it away in those situations, or try to if he can. I understand in that situation when I was watching it, it didn't look like he had a chance to get away and throw it away. But one thing I will say about Jimmy's an elusive quarterback. He's not elusive, get out and run, but you're not going to sack him like just off the rip unless he just doesn't see you coming. You know what I'm saying? Or the pocket collapses too fast and he just doesn't have a choice. If you give him the split second, he can move. That's one thing I'll say. He's elusive. But Jimmy Garoppolo, like I said, 18 to 22, 175, 2 TDs. You know what I'm saying? He hit I think 7 or 8 different receivers today, so that's a beautiful thing. Love to see him spreading the ball around, but in Shanahan's offense, that's how it works. Everybody gets to touch a little bit of something. So, next up, we got to do who I'm going to affectionately nickname Touchdown fucking TC. That's what we call him. I'm calling TC Touchdown or Touchdown TC. Tevin Coleman went the fuck off. Tevin Coleman, 11 carries, 105 yards, 9.5 yards a fucking carry. 3 touchdowns, and 1 receiving. That's 4 TDs on the day. Only other person done that was Jerry Rice, and another dude is super little known. I cannot even remember his name. I saw that when I was watching the game, actually. Man, we had a hell of a fucking game. Unfortunately, Breida went down with a ankle injury. I don't anticipate it to be much. I think he's probably just out for this game. We'll wait till Monday when we hear about the injuries and stuff like that. But he didn't return for the game. We had Jeff Wilson go down toward the end of the game on a kickoff. But he got up and he was walking, so he's fine. I mean, maybe he might be in a little concussion protocol or something, kind of because of the way the hit happened. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't understand it. But, I mean, he got up, he was moving, he was walking, he was talking, so he was fine. Debo had 2 rushes, and one of those went for a TD. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we did what we were supposed to do. We had 182 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns rushing. This is one of the worst teams against the rush, and that's how we attack. We run the ball first, throw the ball second. And it's been that way the whole season. And people know that when they come in and play against us. But Shanahan is such an offensive genius that he schemes up shit that people just are not ready for. And I know it frustrates people. You know what I'm saying? And we were trying. We were going to get George Kittle a touchdown on National Tight Ends Day. We couldn't. He had a touchdown, but it was negated by a bad block on Deebo Samuel. So it was unfortunate. It kind of negated his TD. But Emmanuel Sanders, we just got him in a trade from Denver, and what did he do? He came in and he played his role, and he scored for us. He already even scored a TD as a 49er. But the beauty is he knows what he's doing. You didn't see him complain. He wasn't upset. He only had 4 receptions for 25 yards. That's 6.3 yards a catch. But he had a touchdown. But you know what that is? That's how you breed a winning culture. You let everybody know, man, you might not have the gaudy stats that everybody else has, but what you will have is a winning record and a trip to the playoffs and a chance to win a Super Bowl. That's what you'll have. Can you buy into that? And most people, if they're smart, you'll buy right into that. You ain't gonna have no problem with that. Well, I know I wouldn't complain. If I'm playing football and this is my lifelong dream and one of my dreams is to win a Super Bowl as a football player, why would I not buy into a system that's going to get me there? That doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, our receivers were doing a good job. Kittle gashed the defense, 6 catches, 86 yards, 14.3 yards a carry. Debo had 3 receptions for 19 yards. Breida had 1 for 15. Tevin Coleman had 2 for 13 and a TD. KB had 1 for 12. Dante only had 1 for 5. I'm telling y'all right now, he's trade bait. He really is. I think he's trade bait. If we get to the deadline and we feel in any way, shape, or form that we may be able to get a 4th round pick for him, we're gonna pull the trigger. We've been getting calls about CJ Beathard, but obviously there hasn't been enough that's been enticing for them to go ahead and get rid of him. I say you package, Dante and CJ and see if you can't get a 4th and a 5th or maybe a 3rd and a 4th. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be back to normal. If we get a 3rd and a 4th for both of them, we solid. I'd give it up for what? We don't need CJ. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing nothing but riding the fucking bench any damn way. He's never active. Never active. One thing I can say here is we ain't fumbled the ball. Now let's just slide on over to the defense. Oh, the defense. You guys are just Amazing. Fantastic defense today. We picked Kyle Allen off 3 times. 2 by DBs. 1, Emmanuel Mosley got his first interception as a 49er. Congrats on him. Congrats to him for that. Uncle Sherm gets another pick. And the man who was making Kyle Allen's life a living hell, and he probably going to get off the field and go, I don't never want to see another Bosa again. A Nick, a Bosa donut, a Bosa nothing. Anything that says Bosa, I want nothing to do with it. Because Bosa got a pick too. And almost scored. Almost had the fucking touchdown. That's the sad part. Our defense was running back to try to block. They just didn't get there in time. Nick Bosa was every fucking where today, man. He was all over the field. You know what I'm saying? He went out for like a whole series of the defense because he had like a little chip block from Christian McCaffrey, caught him right in the hip. But he's all right. You know what I'm saying? He took that whole little defensive series off, came right back in. He's perfectly fine. So, I mean, we just went crazy. Fred Warner, 6 tackles. You know what I'm saying? Nick Bosa had 4 tackles, 3 4 sack. You know what I'm saying? He had a pass defense and he had his interception. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Sherm was out there. I mean, it got to a point where we were up so far. You know what I'm saying? The score is 51-13. 51-13. So you know what happened? In the fourth quarter, we put our backups in. Nick came in. Nick Mullins was in the game. He didn't throw a pass. They just had him run the ball, but Nick was in the game. They saw it fit not to put any starters in there. Our backup defensive line was in there against their starters, and we sacked Kyle Allen again. 7 sacks on the day, man. 7 damn sacks on the day. And that just shows you how much depth we have, man. Like, it's not even fair to people to come up against this defensive line. We had 3 from Nick Bosa, 2 from Eric Armstead, 1 from DJ Jones. And then, who was it? Who else got the other sack? I know somebody else had another sack. Because that's only 6. No, they didn't count. I think it was Ronald Blair. Yeah, Blair got in there. They didn't put his sack on the stat sheet, but Blair got in there for the 7th sack of the game. So, yeah, Carolina defense had like a couple little moves during this game and whatnot. You know, Christian McCaffrey did his thing as he always does. So if you had him on your fantasy squad, you know he didn't do too bad for you. But Kyle Allen, 19-37, no TDs, 3 interceptions, and he took 7 sacks for a loss of 58 yards in total. His quarterback rating was 28.9. We are going up against Arizona on a short week. So basically, I mean, the beauty of that is they was already at home for this game against Carolina. So they come to Arizona where I currently reside, and that's what, an hour flight? That's a fucking joke. And the time zone does not change. So this doesn't mean they're going to lose any sleep or do anything. So they could literally stay at home and fly in the night before if they felt like it. They don't really have to do it. It's literally an hour, like, on the plane. Shit, driving is 5 to 6 at a max. So they can do whatever they wanted to do and still get here and be able to do what they got to do. And the weather right now, I'm going to tell you, I live in Arizona, and year-round, when the summer comes, it's hell on earth because it's hot as shit. But right now, this weather is fantastic. There is no rain. There is nothing. It's just a nice, cool breeze. It feels really good outside. And then they're going to be in a dome. So if anything stupid starts to happen, all they got to do is close the damn dome. They're going to be in Glendale. I'm telling you right now, we are so good, it's scary. And the one thing I can say again is that Arizona has had our number in recent years. They've beaten us every damn time. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. But one thing I will tell you is that it's not about to happen this time. We're just too hungry. You know what I'm saying? 7-0 only means we can go 7-9. We will stay humble. We will always be humble. We will remain faithful. But we will be humble in our winning. You know what I'm saying? 7-0 just means we can possibly go 7-9. And until we get to a point where we are not winning, until we get to a point where we know we are solidified in the playoffs, there's not going to be any type of celebration. Am I happy and am I elated that we are undefeated? Yes, but that's the mantra of our team right now, is staying humble and staying hungry. We have no reason to do anything otherwise. Y'all stay Niner faithful, stay Niner blessed. I am your Niner reporter, Dion, and I'm out this motherfucker. 51-13, 7-0. Name a team better than us, and it ain't the fucking Saints. It ain't the Green Bay Packers. It ain't none of them. The NFC is ours. This right here, NFC belongs to the San Francisco 49ers. Anybody want some? Come and get it.